So am I trying to escape or am I trying to sever other people's threads?
She did, it was something that I decided to do, and I killed her in the back.
The brother was the only one who was concerned about this whole entire dynamic because he tried to go to the police and give them all the evidence that.
From the moment this case first hit the internet, people felt like something was deeply off. But the second David's own team started pointing back to the things they filmed, the things they heard him say, the moments they brushed off as art, everything changed. Because now the footage isn't just footage, the lyrics aren't just lyrics, and his behavior isn't just eccentric. It's all coming together like puzzle pieces. People ignored until it was too late, and the truth is, hitting harder than anyone expected. Before we break this all down, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because the updates on this case are moving fast, and every new detail feels more disturbing than the last.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true.
Now let's get into it. What's making people freeze in place right now is that the comments David made months before Celeste disappeared aren't random anymore. The lines about killing someone in the back of his mind, the references to Itami, the way he described a darker version of himself, his own crew is now saying that those moments weren't just creative performance. They're openly admitting that they filmed him up close, watched him switch into this disturbing persona, and now they feel like they missed something critical. And when the people who were physically there start looking back and questioning their own memories, everything gains a new weight. Even casual conversations he had on set suddenly sound like confessions disguised as philosophy.
The story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. Am I trying to escape or am I trying to sever other people's threads from Itami? Bro, I don't care about nobody else's threads, bro. I'm trying to get out, bro. Without me getting out of purgatory, without me escaping the red thread limbo, bro, I can't get back to what my purpose is, bro.
The second people heard the production team was talking, they rushed straight back to the behind-the-scenes footage of One More Dance, the same footage filmed months before Celeste vanished. And at first, it was just aesthetically weird David blindfolded, wearing a shirt splattered with red, dragging an object that looks too close to a body bag, surrounded by deep woods, dark lighting, and a tone that feels sickeningly prophetic. Back then, everyone thought he was being experimental or artistic, but after the crew said the footage feels different now, viewers started noticing things they never questioned before. The way he talked during breaks, the way he slipped into the Itami persona mid-sentence, the way he stopped acknowledging people around him and muttered things the microphone barely caught. The footage wasn't supposed to mean anything.
Things just got bad for him too because the fans are saying not only did he rent the house that David was living in, but he was aware that him and Celeste was together while she was under.
Her family knew that she was dealing with David. They knew how old he was. He would drop her off in that same Tesla that she was found in at her home after days.
Now the same moments feel like warnings nobody recognized. And when the people who filmed it come forward saying, yeah, now that we think about it, this was strange, the entire internet starts watching frame by frame, trying to understand if the signs were already there. Then the part that everyone forgot about or purposely ignored started resurfacing. The manga story David explained long before anything went public. He described an evil version of himself named Itami, who committed crimes that the detective version of himself had to solve. He compared it to Fight Club, saying this darker side comes out at random moments. When people heard this last year, they thought it was just a creative metaphor. But now that we know he referenced killing someone in the back of his mind, the entire context shifts. What people are asking is simple. Was Itami just a character, or was it the mask he used to talk about things he was actually experiencing? Even his own team said that when he slipped into that persona, the vibe changed. They described it as unsettling, too real, like he wasn't playing anymore. And when a persona stops sounding fictional,
because even though she said she had a boyfriend named David, did you look up David's age? Did you get a rundown on who he was? Did you talk to your daughter, or you just let her just go out there with any man? Literally.
The line between art and confession becomes almost impossible to separate. You can feel the audience slowly realizing that the red thread between these moments isn't metaphorical, it's a timeline of ignored warnings. But things escalated further when the unreleased song resurfaced. the one people thought was fake until DJ Academics confirmed the clip was real. The moment he said, "Yeah, this isn't edited," the internet shifted from curiosity to panic. The lyrics weren't symbolic, they were disturbingly literal. "I got time to kill. You got time to feel. We got blood to spill." People brushed it off when it first leaked online. Now they're replaying it with chills running down their arms.
Are you guilty? I might be, right? Like, it's kind of almost like, bruv.
The live performance video from 2023, long before Celeste vanished, shows him fully immersed, eyes closed, sounding like he was venting something he'd been holding inside. Even his fans, who defended him at every turn, couldn't ignore the tone. It wasn't poetic, it wasn't abstract, it was direct. And now, the people who filmed him are confirming they felt something was off even then, but didn't know how to put it into words. The connection between the lyrics, the persona, the BTS footage, and the missing girl is becoming undeniable in a way nobody wanted to accept. Then the police leaks hit the internet, making this situation spiral even faster. According to sources speaking to People magazine, investigators believe David likely had help dismembering and disposing of the body. Those same sources claimed he has not been cooperative throughout the investigation. That alone made the internet explode, but what made it worse was that his team told NBC Los Angeles the opposite, insisting he was fully cooperating. When two sides tell two completely different stories, people start wondering whether someone is lying or whether someone is covering for him. The mixed narratives make it impossible to trust anything at face value. Why would police say he wasn't cooperating if he was? Why would his team insist on cooperation when investigators claim the opposite? What are they trying to hide? There's a feeling that the truth isn't just being bent, it's being actively fought over behind the scenes. Then Celeste's family came forward, and the entire conversation shifted again. Her brother, Matthew, revealed that they knew she was connected to David. Her mother told TMZ that Celeste was dating someone named David at the time she disappeared. This raised questions nobody can ignore. If the family knew, did adults around her take the situation seriously? Did anyone check his age, his background, or his behavior? Did anyone ask why a man significantly older was with her? The timeline becomes uncomfortable. Celeste attended her cousin's graduation shortly before she vanished. She was alive, visible, still going to family events. The adults around her saw her with David's Tesla, yes, the same Tesla her body was later found in. So, how did everything continue without intervention? People are asking why the warning signs were ignored and why the relationship wasn't shut down immediately. On top of all that, suspicion began circling around David's manager. He's the one who leased the Hollywood Hills mansion David lived in. That same mansion is where police executed a search warrant. Fans now believe the manager knew more than he's letting on, especially regarding who was allowed inside the house and what was happening behind closed doors. Did he know about Celeste being underage? Did he know they were seeing each other? Did he witness anything strange? People online are accusing him of cleaning up behind David, possibly protecting him, possibly withholding information. When you add the fact that he handled the property, the logistics, the day-to-day movements, it becomes hard to believe he didn't notice anything suspicious. What's making the internet spiral even harder is the fact that law enforcement still hasn't publicly named David as a suspect, yet insiders say they are absolutely viewing him as one. Hearing that from investigators but not seeing an arrest creates a tension that makes every new detail feel explosive. The leaks, the contradictions, the footage, the lyrics, the age gap, the family timeline, the manager, the mansion. And now, on top of all of that, his own production team coming forward to say, yeah, something wasn't right, is the final push that makes everything feel like it's reaching a breaking point. Right now, the vibe online is that an arrest is coming sooner rather than later. People feel it. Investigators are clearly focusing on him. New leaks are appearing every week. His team's statements don't match police statements. The people who filmed him are no longer staying quiet. And every frame of footage, every lyric, every comment he made about Itami is being viewed under a microscope. The internet has been waiting for clarity since the beginning, and now it feels like we're closer than ever to something major breaking. The question isn't whether something is coming, it's when. And when it does, everything we thought we knew about this case is going to shift again, because this situation is nowhere near over. And the truth is, The closer you look at everything surrounding David, the harder it becomes to believe any of this was random or accidental, because every new detail feels like another thread leading straight back to him, even if nobody wants to say it out loud yet. People online aren't reaching for wild theories, they're pointing directly at footage, timestamps, statements, inconsistencies, and patterns that keep repeating, no matter how much his team tries to redirect attention. It's the way he talked about killing her in the back of his mind. It's the way he described Itami as a real part of himself instead of a character. It's the way the tone of his work shifted months before anything happened. It's the fact that investigators believe he had help and that someone else may be protecting him even now. It's that he stopped cooperating the second the questions got specific. And it's also the fact that people close to Celeste had concerns but didn't know how to articulate them. All of these pieces keep circling the same center, and every day it feels like the circle is getting smaller. Whatever happens next is going to tell us everything.